Hello. I think you guys can hear me now. I'm testing it and I think the audio is fixed. The last live, the audio was messed up. We're live. We're good. We're here. Okay, it's working. Perfect. Thank you guys for coming back if you were here before. So, I have a lot to say. It's been a while. It's been a very long time. Happy to be here. Happy to be talking with you and sharing all this information with you. Thank you for being here, sitting down with me. I got my tea. Hope you have something to drink. I have a few things I want to talk about. A few things I want to talk about. The first thing is, the first thing is, you should be writing a love letter to yourself. All right. I have a product that I have on my website that's about this, that you should write a love letter to yourself. You need to be so madly in love with yourself that you're literally writing letters to yourself. Because, like, when we were growing up, when I was growing up, we used to write notes. That was a big thing in middle school, writing notes to each other, right? Because in high school and late middle school was when cell phones became really popular. Yes, that's how old I am. So we used to write notes. We used to write notes to each other, and it was fun. It was really fun. But I want you to get into the habit of writing a love letter to yourself. But I actually do want you to get into the habit of writing a love letter to yourself, at least having a conversation with yourself in a loving way at the very least. Like, you should be someone who is talking to yourself as if you are the love of your life. You shouldn't be talking to yourself just because you have to, or like you're trying to plan something, like, yes, you're going to talk to yourself like that in those situations. Hi, hello, welcome. But I also want you to talk to yourself like you are madly in love with yourself. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry that your dog died. I'm sorry. What was your dog's name? You should be in love with yourself. You should be talking to yourself as if you are the love of your life. Oh, sorry that you lost Ringo. I hope you guys had a lot of good memories. You should be madly in love with yourself to the point where you are writing love letters to yourself, or you are talking to yourself in a loving way. You should be talking to yourself in a way that is full of love. This is a big revolutionary way to think, right? So I know it's something that we don't talk about enough. We think that we should be like defeating ourselves, not really talking to ourselves, and if we talk too much about ourselves in a nice way, then we're selfish or something like that. So I want you to know that you need to actually be like your best friend. All right, this is going to change your life because you're not ever going to really demand other people to do anything for you that you cannot do, right? Like, when you love yourself, you're not looking for validation outside. You don't care about what they say. You don't care about what people think because you already know you love yourself enough that no matter what happens, you're good. Like, you love yourself enough to know, like, no matter what happens, you're happy. You're happy with yourself. I want you to have that relationship with yourself that no matter what happens, you're number one. You are that person that is always going to have your back. Another thing that I want to talk about is, if you are at the lowest point in your life right now, are you just going to give up? Is that it? Is this the end of your story? You just want to give up right now and just kind of just be there and just be sad? That's it? You want to just give up? No, I don't buy that. I don't buy that we have to just give up when life sucks. I don't buy it because I think there is a reason that you are having these bad things happen to you. I know there's a reason that these bad things are happening to you. I know that there is a reason. I know that you are meant for greater than you could ever have imagined. Because why else are you suffering? Why else would you be suffering if you weren't meant for something greater? Why? If you weren't meant to turn lemons into lemonade, why would you be going through this? Why would you be suffering? And if you're in that place where you're suffering and all you want to do right now is actually give up and no longer try anymore, you're wasting your life. You might as well die today then, because what's the point of the rest of your life? Just more suffering? No, you're still alive because you have more life to live. So if you just want to take today because you're in a terrible situation, you're unhappy, you hate your life, and say, because my life sucks and I hate my life, I'm just going to stop living or stop being happy. I'm never ever going to be happy again. You're giving those people who are hurting you, who are trying to hurt you, exactly what they want. Don't you get it? Don't you see that you're meant to go up from here? Only up, not down, up. That's what you're meant for. You're not meant for struggle. You're not meant for suffering. It sucks. I'm not going to lie. It freaking sucks right now. I'm not lying to you. I'm not telling you that everything's peachy keen, jelly bean. But you are the person who is in charge of changing this scenario and making it into something that is actually beneficial to you. You are the one who can make it into something that is beneficial to you. You're the one who can say, oh, okay, this situation sucks. Be honest, it sucks. It freaking sucks. But, okay, how can I come out of this? How can I change what I'm going through to be something beneficial to me? How can I make this situation work in my favor? How can I change this sucky thing to lemonade? And sometimes all it takes is you reflecting, sitting down, writing in your journal, and saying, this is what I learned from this situation. Thank you for the lesson. Even if that's all you say, even if that's all you get, that's better than nothing. Thank you for this situation. I learned these things. That's it. Then you move on, you forget about it, let go of the guilt, let go of holding on to the past. My friend told me this quote. She said, I think it was from the Buddha, that you can either let it go or be dragged by it. You can either let it go or you can be dragged by it. Let go of what is holding you, or you can be dragged by it. I used to struggle with being able to let go. It was hard for me to be like, oh my gosh, like, how do I let go? How do I let go? I was holding on to so many things, so many people, so many things that hurted me, all these things, holding on to it. And it was like crippling. I don't know if you're there, that it's crippling you. Like you are being held down because of your past or because of stress, because of what's affecting you, because of what's frustrating you. I don't know if that's you, but I was in the trenches several times to where it was like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? I used to wonder that. And I'm on the other side now. You know how I got to the other side? Number one, when I felt like giving up, I didn't. Number two, I pushed myself. Like, I freaking pushed myself to say, you know what? This is not the end of my story. I'm still breathing. There's a reason. I'm not giving up. I'm not stopping. So you need to come to that point where you say, I'm not going to give up. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to say, nope, I'm just going to stay here and just like let everyone just keep stomping all over me. But you know what? That's a sad story. This is your movie. You're the main character of your life. So how would the main character do in this type of situation you're in? Well, that main character is going to make this sucky situation into something much better. Into something much better. That main character is going to say, you know what? I'm going to turn lemons into lemonade. And on the other side of that, it's beautiful. You're seeing and you're loving. You're saying, what in the world is, what in the world was I, was I holding back for? Like, you're gonna ask yourself, what in the world was I after? Was I running from? Because on the other side, it's peaceful. Like you're like, whoa, like, yes, I'm happy I didn't give up. Yes, I'm happy I pushed through. Yes, I'm happy I kept seeing the benefits, the positive in my life every single moment I could. Yes, I still had times where I went back and I was thinking negative thoughts and I was like in a low time. But you know what? Those are fewer and farther in between now because it's now a habit for me to see the positive. It's now a habit for me to think greater things. It's now a habit for me to be positive. And if I don't see positive, I make a positive because life is not here for me to be negative all the time. And if you just want to resign and say, I'm going to just give up, then why are you still living? Why are you still living if you're meant to give up? Make it make sense to me. If you're meant to give up, why are you still living? If you're meant to give up, shouldn't you just die then? No, you're not dead because you're not meant to give up. You're meant to keep going. You're meant to keep going and pushing forward. You're meant for greater. You're meant to make sure that your generation, your future generations change. They're no longer inflicted by the things you've been inflicted by. Your future generations are going to thank you because you're the change maker, the one who thought differently, not the one who followed patterns, not the one that said yes, yes, yes to what everyone said. You're the one who said why. Why? You asked why. You ask people why. You're asking why. You're trying to make things make sense. You're trying to understand what's happening. You're trying to put two and two together. You're no longer like a robot doing what everyone wants you to do. You're like thinking for yourself. You're thinking. You're trying to make sense of things. You're trying to make things work. You're trying to understand things. And this is how the generational change is going to come from someone like you in your bloodline who asks why. Someone like you in your bloodline who says, what's going on? Why are things this way? Why is it always the same thing happening to everyone? Well, maybe because everyone is thinking the same way. Everyone is behaving the same way. Everyone is reacting the same way. So it's going to take someone like you who doesn't follow patterns in order to break what's been happening for generations. It's going to take you, someone like you, who thinks differently, who acts differently, who behaves differently to change how the trajectory of your future generations is going to be. Like, do you not get that? You being the person that you are is the reason why your generations are going to change. You're going to be the reason why your generation is never going to see the suffering that you saw. Is never going to experience the suffering that you experienced. You're going to be, you know how you do that? By changing things up. You change things up. You become a different person than everyone else that you saw. You become a different person from everyone else who's suffering. And it's going to suck because you are the pioneer. You're the one who's doing it first, so it's terrible. But guess what? Your future offspring, they're going to be like, wait, this is so easy because grandma or grandpa did it. Of course we can do it. Of course we can do what we want. Of course we can make change in this world, in this life. Cuz our grandma did it. We saw her do it. So you doing what you're doing, you're changing the generation. You're changing your bloodline. It's going to suck. You're going to feel like giving up. You're going to feel like I want to stop. But if you stop, you just go back to the same programs that everyone else in your bloodline did, you're going to get the same results that everyone else in your bloodline did. And your future offspring are just going to see you and say, man, that's the only thing I can achieve and try to be because that's what she did or he did. No one's going to break the chain until you break the chain. Do you get what I'm saying? So even if you feel like giving up, don't give up. Your future is brighter, way brighter than you can imagine. I wanted to hop on here and share that message with you. Don't give up. You're in the trenches. Don't give up. You're in the trenches, don't give up. Keep seeing the benefit. Keep loving yourself through this struggle, through this heartache, through this pain. Keep seeing the benefit. Keep turning things to be beneficial to you. Keep putting in energy and work into yourself. Keep saying, I'm worth it. I'm going to make things work in my favor. Keep doing things for you. Keep doing things that help you, that benefit you, that make you feel good, that make you feel empowered. Keep going, keep going. Don't give up. Do you feel like giving up? You may feel like it, but don't give up. After that struggle, that pain, the other side is beauty. It's bliss. It's you knowing that you have done something that you never thought you could do. You are going to become your biggest advocate because you're not giving up. Don't do it. Your bloodline depends on it. Keep pushing through. Keep making those changes happen. Keep being the pioneer. I believe in you, and I thank you so much for joining.